Greetings from Mobility Outlook and welcome to Women in Mobility. Our guest for today is Dr. Prerna Arora Singh, Managing Trustee, People Trust. Prerna, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
The journey of Dr. Prerna Arora Singh, a trailblazer in the realms of social development, women's empowerment, and road safety, is marked by a noteworthy academic background, extensive professional training, and a profound commitment to instigating positive change in critical domains. She earned her PhD in management from Banastali Vidyapith with a focus on road safety systems and post crash care management practices in India. This research laid the foundation for her impactful work in the road safety sector. Currently serving as the chair of the General Assembly Committee 2024, tasked with reviewing the existing bylaws and governance structure of the Global Alliance, Prerna is a key figure in shaping the future of road safety at a global level. Prerna, welcome to the show. Prerna, after your bachelor's in biology, you pursued master's in administration and master's in public administration. What made you to choose a diverse field for your qualification?
See, initially from the very beginning, I just wanted to work for the social sector. Like Mother Teresa was my real time ideal till now, and then Kiran Bedi. So these two ideals were there. So if you just know me and you found me, the personality is kind of the Mother Teresa, and Kiran Bedi has influenced me a lot in my childhood. So then, because that time when we were studying in like back 20-30 years ago, the doctor and engineer was the major professions if you want to pursue, and for that you have to go for the science background. So that was the idea to take the biology first. But other than the doctor and engineer, I just wanted to know the nature as well, because nature always attracts me. So how a human body is working and animals are working and how we have evolved. So that is why that was the idea to study the biology. And then of course to do the social work. Then my grandfather, like my nanaji, was the RAS officer. He was in the administration. So from the very beginning I was listening his stories, how he is dealing with the community, doing policies and helping poor people. So that was the thing that it made me in my mind, that after then completing my biology, I went for the public administration. Then I thought that management is also a part of that. So then I pursued MBA in management and PhD completed in management. When my all maternal family is in Canada actually. So initially in the very beginning at the youth, Canada astonished me. Like every right now also people see through US and Canada, and so I also wanted to go there and to study and pursue things. So when I went there, so that ELF TOEFL was the program which I had to complete it, and it helped me actually now, because now I'm working at the global level with the global organizations, and English actually somehow is a kind of a communicating language. It helps you to communicate with the different people at the same time. So now that actually helped me. And then for applied management, of course. Initially, when I went to the Canada in 2003, I didn't completed my master's in management. I did only by administration and biology. Then through this applied management course, I actually found to understand the negotiation skills and conflict management, which helps you in the diverse backgrounds. So I took that course and I completed in Canada only, both the postgraduate degree courses. Then I came back in India, because then I thought I am needed in India much than the Canada. So in 2003, I just 1 year, I spent 1 year there, and then I came back in India and I started my own journey.
From your childhood, you were interested in social work. But what made you to focus on road safety?
See, the most important reason to come back to India is also the road safety. When I was in Canada, as a pedestrian, I was roaming around here and there, and I'm talking about the year 2003, like just 20 years ago. And I was just completed my bachelor's and master's, and I was only 23 or 24 years age that time, and I didn't aware how to cross the road as a pedestrian, because we still in India do not have that kind of pedestrian facilities after 20 years. We do not know what is pelican, lights, and there are pedestrian lights. You have to stop for, when somebody is coming. So I didn't aware that. I just roamed around here and there, and I thought, okay, let's go and cross the 6 lane highway. I crossed as in jaywalker, and then that time the driver was, two drivers were there, and they were so trained, and they were taught of that the pedestrian has the first right on roads. It is the international law. So they stopped their car to save me. And then that incident, made me realize that why they have stopped, because all the roads were, vacant. There was only two drivers. They can go from here and there, because in India we usually use the same kind of structure right now also. So I, went back to my home, and my Masi son was in the 18 years old. So he was in the driving license, learning process. So I asked him very genuinely that why those two people have stopped. And he laughed on me. First, he laughed on me because he didn't know what kind of traffic structure or scenario is in India. So he just asked me. Before that, actually, for 2 months, I was the highest studied person there. Dude, I did my bachelor's in biology and master's in public administration at the age of 23. Other, they don't go for these kind of structure, right? The contrast. It is the contrast. And then he actually laughed on me and asked me that you are the postgraduate person and you do not know how to cross a road. And wo sharmandagi I actually feel today. Till today I'm feeling that kind of guilt and the embarrassment that I was a highly educated person, but I do not know how to cross a road. And they took me in the car. He gave me 30 minutes practical, training on the road, to made me learn that how to cross a road, how to use a pelican lights. You cannot cross from here and there. You have a designated places to cross. And then he showed me all the road safety signages and everything. That was the first time in my entire education system that I made to, learn to the road signages and the pedestrian, how to cross roads. So then I decided I will not apply for the visa, permanent visa, and all those things. I just completed my this education part, applied management, and this, and I got to understand more about the road safety laws and how, because he was in the driving license process. So I, kind of took lessons from him, and then I came back in India, and then how I started this. Yeah.
Prerna, what are your key responsibilities as a chair of the General Assembly in 2024?
See, so we have that global alliance of NGOs for road safety. It is formed by the WHO in 2012. It's post the decade of first decade of actions part, as in to mobilize and empower the community organizations to bring everybody at the same part and do the raise the voice and do advocacy. So currently we have 300 members in 100 plus countries all across the globe. So right now I'm serving as a board of director in the Global Alliance. So in that capacity, we have every 2 year we have a general assembly meeting where all the members can participate and we can develop our laws or improve the laws and whatever comes down. So this year we have a next meeting is in March 2024. So for that, before that, for last 6 months, we have formed this committee to improve the general assembly, or to improve our bylaws basically more profoundly, because now from 2012 we are in 2023 and lot of things have been updated or changed, or things like that. So we thought that now it's a time to amend some laws. And so I'm chairing that as a board of director. I'm chairing that committee, and in that committee basically we are updating our bylaws as per the strategy mission. We have developed our strategy mission till 2030 to where we gonna take our alliance to 2013, how it will help to achieve that SDG goals 3.6 and 11.2 as per the community member organizations, how we can contribute in this UN SDG goals. So accordingly, in that to achieve that strategy plan, we need some changes, or yeah. So this committee has formed to do the recommendations, and then we'll send to the general members, and then in general assembly, if they approve, we'll take up the further. So mainly 2 3 points. It's mainly the gender equity, diversity, and the regional balance basically. Right now we do not have a proper regional representation in the board itself. Like right now we have Asian and Latin American and African board. We do not have European and American member. Previously, before, I was the first Asian who actually elected in this board. Before that, in like 7-8 years, no Asian was there, right? And so that is why now we are, thinking to make it regional balance, so that all regions have the equal chance, and specifically if women want to come, they get a chance to serve their board. So these are the changes.
Is there a role for women in the General Council? And is there a focus on road safety?
Yes, now as you were mentioning before, the 8th of March. So this year's our global meeting happened on the 8th March only at El Salvador. And we actually didn't know, but more than 50 leaders, women leaders, were there in El Salvador on 8th March. So it was kind of a first time that so many women leaders have come forward in the road safety specifically, and mobility and transportation. Right now, before that, I didn't see that kind of representation. So this time it was like kind of a first time that all women leaders were there on 8th of March, and we had our global meeting. And coincidentally, all the women, most of the gathering was the women. Even the Minister of Tourism of the El Salvador, she was also a woman, so she was the host for our global meeting. So she was there. And then if you have heard out now, the term has come, the gender and mobility. After this Nirbhaya case, and even the WHO has released the 10-year plan and global plan in 2021 to 2030. It has the major component as in gender mobility or women mobility in transport. So now because it's not only for the car driving or two-wheeler driving. Women needs to move as in pedestrian from one stop to second stop. And there are a lot of different things happening on the roads, like other than the transport issues. Of course, there's a transport issues. We do not have a public transportation safe and accessible, especially in the night times. But other than that, the bus stops, design of the bus stops, if they are dark, they do not have a proper lighting. So those places are the points where harassments can be happened when women are traveling all alone. So now this is included in this global plan, and all the organizations are working on that. Specifically, not only the organizations like us who are working on road safety from last decades, but the other organizations who are working in the women, like UN Women, and kind of who are specifically on the women issues or gender issues. Now they have brought this like women mobility and transportation. So I'm really very happy that now finally we are moving in the right direction. Got a job in one NGO who was working with the National Highways Authority of India on Jaipur Delhi highway itself, and there they appointed me as a project coordinator. So my work was there to to go to the all the dhaba establishments who have on the roadsides. And because NHI, that time NHI has introduced the toll free number scheme, so they wanted to popularize that scheme and to make general public aware about that, and how to use that, and how to call ambulance if any crash happened. And that NGO which I joined, that was run by the doctor, and she was trying to train the person to handle the road crash victim in a proper way. So that gave me both my which I wanted to do. Like, it helped me to serve the society also, and it helped me to save the life also, which initially I wanted. So I took that idea and I dedicatedly worked hard on that highway for 200 kilometers for 3 years actually consecutively. And then that NGO got the national award also for that. And then I found that this is the way and this is the work which I should take care of that. And then, because that time I didn't understand about the road safety at all, so it made me realize that for digging the problem and doing something good, you need to understand the problem. So then I started studying on the road safety courses. I took international courses and I did my PhD in road safety management in later course. So that is how I came in this road safety.
Starting from scratch, you have moved up in the ladder and reached to the global level. What are your core principles of leadership?
See, if you just got me, I'm a people's person. So my organization's name is also People's Trust. So that, and our constitution, because I read the administration, public administration, so I studied constitution. The first line is we the people and for the people and by the people. So that is the core principle of my entire work in the leadership. And I want to work with the people, I want to empower them, I want to collaborate with them, coordinate with them, train them to, so that they can take their own dreams. And like Swami Vivekanand says, your destiny is in your hand. Whatever you are thinking right now, you can achieve whatever you want. And I really follow that principle of Mahatma Gandhi: be the change you want to see in the. So those are the things. So I'm working on those things to give the my all. I have a person who started working with me in road safety in 2003 and is still working with me in and he's become a master trainer and he trained. So he has his own legacy like that. I am have that kind of persons with me. So I think that giving them the chance to showcase themselves and and just helping them and handholding them from backside. So those kind of, so I work for the people's basically, mentoring them and helping them. And sometimes they feel the challenges, so if I can help them and solve those challenges, so I do that. And I also like to work in the diverse condition, and that actually made me realize to go to the global leadership, because I wanted to work with different kind of people, cultures, and want to understand and how they are working. So
Prerna, I think you have to play a dual role, look after the family and also your professional career. How do you manage? How do you strike your balance?
So that again comes to women have that but I have that contradictory one statement. Everybody says that for men, every successful man there is a woman. So in my case, there is a different. For and I think all the women who are leaders, if you can ask them, they definitely gonna say that there is a family backbone there. They support them, then only they can come forward. So it doesn't matter either a woman or man, family has to be supportive, or they give them the support. So I am very lucky in that way. Though I did nurturing from the childhood only, how to manage, how to do administration, how to learn those things. And then my husband, he's like, I'm the face of the organization, he's working all the accounts and everything, paperwork, but I usually come and talking to you and like that. So and then the in-laws, of course parents helps you, but the in-laws are the the real after marriage at least. And for me actually, I took a very strong decision that I don't want to become a mother of my own child, because I wanted to work for the different childs. And if I do my own child, then somehow my energy will be diverse with that person. So my family accepted that. Yes, my husband accepted, and not only only my husband, but their family has accepted. And this is the biggest example, I say, that for the gender empowerment or women empowerment that they gave me, that they said, okay, you are working for the different children, you are working for the various children to be safe on the roads, let's go with that. And they support me on those things. So you are adopted. So I have not adopted, but I have 8 children in my family. So you can say I'm a mother of 8 children directly, and then I have a lot of children outside the across the globe, who needs me or who wants me to help their parents to save them. So that is how I'm working. But leaders, that family thing, one more important thing I want to convey from this interview, that be yourself and have your own time also. I need my me time also, because I travel a lot, I meet with different people. Sometimes I don't in the mood to talk to my husband, or and then that family needs to understand that you have to give a time. So I need my me time.
Can you tell me what are the challenges that hinders women to grow up in their professional career?
The move on the life or on the organization? Yeah, so main, the most important is the family, because from there you start. And then in the organization also, it's a biased, we have a unnatural or unconscious biasness towards the women. Even women themselves don't think accordingly. They also accepted that, okay, this is the work of the men, we can't do that. They don't think of that they can go to the higher level, and they have that capability, they can do all those things. I met so many women at different cadre, and they can do wonders. But I don't know why, because when we brought up from the very childhood, this is the first thing, it gave, it gives us in the, as in pills for every day. So that one hindrance women has to overcome by themselves, like I have done. I have taken that one major decision in my life, and then family has, accepted that and supported that. So that you need to yourself first understand. And then of course, the in organization there's an unconscious biasness. This has to be removed by different, matters, maybe training. You can train them, you can mentor them. Even women themselves do not know they need a mentor to, go forward, and they have to understand that is the main thing. And of course, the gender pay, because they are working, there are a lot of hindrances, because they don't get the payment, same payment, they don't get the same chances to prove themselves. So those are major problems.
Prerna, it was wonderful listening to you. Thank you for talking to Mobility Outlook, and thank you for being part of Women in Mobility. Thanks so much.